And we are back here at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois, at the United Center, the house that Mike built. My guest is Manny Rutinel. He's a Colorado State representative. Representative Rutinel, may I call you Manny?
Absolutely, Wilmer.
Hey, man. Thank you for joining us. So, a lot of energy. You probably 3 weeks ago didn't think you'd see this level of energy. Speak to that. And what has really changed gears? What has brought about this shift in perspective?
Wilmer, I mean, we see it here with all the people crowding around us at the DNC. Mm-hmm. The energy's palpable. People are feeling hope. It's almost feeling like Obama 2.0 a little bit.
Right.
You know, I wasn't a full-blown adult by the time Obama was around, but that's what people are saying. It's the same kind of hope, energy, enthusiasm. I think what Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are bringing to the table is joy.
Okay.
I think in 2020, we did a great job at showing what the fear reason why we needed to go out to the polls. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump was doing an immense disaster. But now we've got hope. We've got something to vote for as opposed to vote against.
Okay.
And so that's really, I think, what people are feeling on these hallways.
In terms of voting for, one of the issues that I have so far, when I go to the website, there's no policy. So I understand the hope, but what am I voting for when there's no policy?
Yeah, well, I think the Democratic platform is clear on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to reproductive justice, we're in favor of giving women the right to choose.
Okay.
When it comes to climate change and environmental justice, we're in favor of holding corporate polluters accountable and protecting our climate. When it comes to economic security, we're in favor of giving the resources to the working class that they need to be able to thrive, to put food on the table, a roof over their heads. So I think those messages are getting out, whether it be on social media, in traditional media, or door-to-door, people volunteering. So whether the website has all the policies laid out or not, that's one question. But
Let's try no policy, but I get your point.
I think they're doing a good job of getting that message out there.
Okay.
But that website, maybe they should update the website.
I would suggest that they do.
Yeah.
If you don't mind my asking, how old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
Okay, so I get confused with the generation designations.
Yeah.
What's your designation?
So I'm on the cusp.
Okay.
I like to call myself a Zillennial,
okay.
which is a mixture of Gen Z and Millennial.
Okay.
So I grew up right when MySpace was coming out, but I've been to Blockbuster Video.
Okay.
You know?
I like that.
So it's a little bit of both.
I like that. And the reason I'm asking is because we've been hearing, we hear all the time about the millennials and the Gen Zs are not as involved as they should be. And you sitting here as a Colorado State representative tells me that might be more of a stereotype and a myth than a reality.
Yeah, let me myth bust that real quick.
Oh, please do. and ghost bust it too if you want to.
Whatever
that may be a little bit before you.
Whatever it takes. I think what we're seeing right now with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is a new kind of energy that we haven't seen in a very long time. I think Joe Biden has done a phenomenal job on the policy front. But when it comes to the politics and inspiring people, I think we're seeing a new wave of enthusiasm. I'm seeing it in my state house. People are reaching out to me to see how they can volunteer for my campaign, for the top of the ticket with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. There's a newfound enthusiasm. Folks know that climate change is on the line. They know that reproductive justice is on the line. They know that affordability for housing is on the line. Mm-hmm. And I think folks realize those things, and they're going to come out to vote. They're going to come out to volunteer, donate, all the things that we're going to need to do to get Tim Walz and Kamala Harris elected.
And that takes me to my next point, which is how do you carry this enthusiasm forward to November 5th?
I don't think this is going to die down at all.
Okay.
I think it's only going to keep picking up. I know that yesterday what really touched my heart was seeing when Tim Walz was speaking, and he talked about Hope and Gus, mm-hmm. his children.
Right.
And you just saw the welling up of love for them.
Yes.
And I think the internet is taking off because they see Tim Walz is an authentic human being
mm-hmm.
with values and love in his heart. And I think that energy is going to continue in all the rallies that he's going to continue to do. All of us delegates and participants at the DNC are going to be able to talk about those stories that we saw firsthand. And we're going to spread that message. We're going to volunteer, donate, all the things to keep this going up until November. One
of the things that I took away from watching him last night was that he grew up working class.
That's right.
He was a regular guy. He was a school teacher. He was a football coach. And so he has never he can walk with crowds and keep his virtue, nor all
That's
of that. So he really seems to be and has not disconnected himself from whence he's come.
Can I tell you something that I looked up yesterday? Because I was thinking the same thing. This is
Okay.
just like an everyday guy. As soon as I saw him speak, I went on Google and I searched Tim Walz's net worth. Because a lot of these people, they talk
Right.
about
It's
being
about
working class,
$200,000, I
middle class.
think.
It's like $200,000, $300,000.
Right.
And most other members of Congress or Senate or governors, these are millionaires,
Right.
billionaires,
Right.
some of them. And so to see that connection that he has is authentic, I think he understands what people go through when they talk about affordability and working class issues. He understands it firsthand, and I think he's going to be able to bring that authenticity to the White House.
So what's in it for Colorado?
What's in it for Colorado?
Right.
Well, we have
A Harris Waltz ticket. What's in it for Colorado?
I think we can expect a lot more resources to build a lot more affordable housing. Colorado is going through an affordability crisis, and housing is a top priority for my constituents and so many folks across the state. I think we can expect more resources for housing affordability. We can expect more resources for renewable energy and climate change related efforts. I'm in one of the most polluted districts in the state. It's people that are generous, kind, loving, but they've been subjected to corporate polluters that are profiting off of their backs. I think we can expect a lot more resources into environmental justice communities.
We don't think of Colorado and corporate pollution in the same sentence. Quickly, what are some of the industries that are causing that pollution?
So in my district, we've got the largest oil refinery in the state.
Okay.
So that's a big player.
Oh, right.
But there are other industrial polluters, and of course the highways are crisscrossing my neighborhoods in ways that pollute the area. We've got the most beautiful mountains in the world and really beautiful neighborhoods and the best people in the entire country, I think. But we do have some corporate polluters that need to be held accountable.
I was in Colorado in May for the Air Force Academy graduation.
Oh, thank you so much.
Played golf. You got great golf courses, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we do.
And that's a nice bolo tie, by the way.
I appreciate
dig
you. At
that,
your
man.
service, someone
That's
gets
really
you
nice.
one.
Hey, my man. Manny Rutinel.
That's right.
Right. Colorado State Representative, thank you so much.
Wilmer, absolute
Greatly
pleasure.
appreciate it. My
Thank you
pleasure.
so much.
Thank you. Folks, you're here. Politics in Color is where you are. PoliticsInColor.com. If you're not here, that's where you need to go to get here. There's a whole lot more on the other side. Stay tuned.